Hey, folks, it is that time of week. We are back with Erika Brown, the publisher and editor of The Cricket, coming to us from her office in beautiful downtown Manchester by the Sea. How are you, Erika?
And it's a beautiful day, as they say in Fargo, the movie Fargo. And it's a beautiful day.
It is. It's
Beautiful
gorgeous.
how beautiful, beautiful. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, there's a lot going on, obviously. All the kids went back to school this week, all around Cape Ann. What was it like over in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, it was back to school. It was funny. Our paper came out and there were 11 pictures, photographs in the paper, and that were taken within 12 hours of us going to press between Tuesday and Wednesday. Isn't that
Wow.
funny?
Yeah.
Tuesday night was the last night of, music in the park. And so everyone, it was the night before the first day of school. So everyone was there. So we had those, and then we had all the pictures from back to school. And we were at Essex Elementary School. And it was so cute. Maybe that means I'm getting old. Those freaking kindergartners, they're so cute. I saw a couple of them coming out of their car with little vases with flowers to give to they were so cute.
Oh,
But anyway, so Essex Elementary back in business. We saw, we ran over and got pictures at the middle and high school. Jason Waldron was, at the front door, super rainy and gross that morning. Remember, because of the hurricane, I guess, related storm. So everyone was sort of shuffling inside, and there was great music playing when you walked in, and all the teachers were there smiling. It was a really nice feel, even though it was kind of gray. Speaking of Jason Waldron, I was talking to him. He's the head of facilities for the middle and high school. And he was talking to me about how half of the parking lot at the middle and high school is closed off to parking. It's closed because it's so filled with all the things for finishing up the turf field. And he said that they were really readying themselves for it being a nightmare for drop off and for the first day of school because half of a parking lot is just not available. But it actually was really smooth. The traffic was fine. Everything was fine. I'm sure he was breathing a sigh of relief. And I don't know if you remember, we talked about the turf field a couple of weeks ago because that's being replaced. And that's the turf field on Lincoln Street. It's where the football games are. It's the main athletic field.
can't miss it.
And
Yep.
yeah, it was delayed for quite a while, and they're finishing it up right now. But it was delayed because they had done some PFAS testing for PFAS. Remember the forever chemicals? Manchester's main water well, or one of two, the Lincoln Street well for our drinking water, is right next to the turf field. It's literally right next to the school and across the street from the other school. So there were a lot of concerns. I know that people from the planning board had brought up, maybe it's got PFAS in the turf. They did a lot of testing, no PFAS, so don't worry about that. But if we have PFAS, it doesn't come from that. But it was delayed because of that testing. They had to do it thoroughly. But anyway, that's all good. And then across the street over at Lincoln, over at Memorial School, it was the same thing. We got a cute picture of Dina Flood. She's a very popular first grade school teacher. She happened to be the school teacher of one of my kids. So I'm a little, I've got skin in that game. But anyway, so she was there. We have a great picture of her welcoming and all. It was the same kind of thing. So it was really great. Also related to sports, I should call out Jason Brisboy, who does our sports coverage. He has been doing an amazing job on these kind of previews, these really big previews on all the teams. And this week he has field hockey, the girls field hockey teams, which has had a big turnover in seniors, graduating last year. So it's a fresh new crop of players.
Yeah.
So he's got a great one there. He had a great boys soccer preview. Last week he did the golf team. Last week he also did a great piece on the turf field. So just a lot of solid things. And also, not to plug something, but we do have in the cricket this week the fall calendar of every game of every team. And
Looks
it's really
awesome.
great because it shows all of the sponsors for the local businesses. They really sponsor that to make it happen. And that's what makes the sports coverage happen. So, support the teams, support the businesses that support the teams. So there you go. That's my
Very
little.
cool stuff. So, and Erica, did you get to me? Is there a new principal at Essex Elementary this year?
Yeah, it's Sheila McAdams. Is that? Yes, I think I got that right. Sheila McAdams. I met her. She's a new principal over at Essex Elementary School, and I met her. We took a picture. What a sweetheart. She was in the cafeteria meeting everybody in from the rain, and she was one of the fresh, nice, happy faces that everyone saw. A lot of new energy at Essex Elementary School. I think it's going to be, it's nice. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it's always cool when you hear there are just smooth transitions from summer to the start of the school year, which seems to be happening around Cape Ann. So that was great to hear. Thank you for that. Okay, lastly, Erika, Larry Kirby passed away.
Yeah, Larry Kirby is a Manchester, a Manchesterite, longtime resident, 99 years old, passed away a couple of weeks ago. And just, it's funny, he passed away a couple of weeks ago. He's a very important person. I'll tell you why in a second. But the cricket, we won't publish something about somebody dying unless the family gives us permission. It's just our policy. So we said nothing. And a lot of people were kind of talking about him because he's a really important guy. He was 99 years old, a Marine, veteran of World War II, and a really important one. He was as I mentioned, a Marine. He was one of just seven Marines who were in Iwo Jima, who survived out of 230 Marines. I had to double check the number. 230. I mean, it's heartbreaking to actually even think about and contemplate that, but an amazing career in military that he was really known for, a real kind of jewel and gem of Manchester by the Sea. He passed away. He wrote a book that was called Stories from the Pacific. That was really, it was covered like in the Globe and WBZ, and Sebastian Younger initiated a relationship with him. And he was just quietly a really important person in Manchester as a veteran of World War II. Very important, the greatest generation. So rest in peace.
Nicely said, Erika. Okay, thanks again for your time. I'm sure we'll have lots to talk about next week. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Interested in a sponsorship? Email sponsor@1623studios.org to learn more.